yes, my voice is still not right and I just have a cough now. So instead of sounding like a man, I just have a cough. It's going to be okay. I will not be offended if you mute me. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today I drew inspiration from my daughter's shirt. So one of my children has this really cool kind of Aztec pattern all over her shirt, and I was really drawn to that. And so I decided that I was just showing you there. That's the photo. I did it so quick you didn't even notice it. So basically, I'm using the white piece of paper is actually from the KAISERCRAFT Christmas Wishes paper. It wasn't in a paper pad. It was a loose one. You know how you can buy them individual sheets. Yeah, anyway, so I grabbed those. I grabbed extras because I thought, you know what, that does not, unless you turn it over, you don't even realise that it's a Christmas piece of paper. It's just got wood grain on it. So the other paper pack that I'm using is from KAISERCRAFT, and it's called the Dream Big Collection. That's where I got all the other papers from. Now, I look like I'm going speedy here. Why? Because roughing up the edges of a piece of paper is boring. So I have sped it up so that you can see it and in all its glory, but not in slow motion. Okay, I am giving the Nuvo Deluxe glue a chance, another chance. As I said on previous videos, I think it's good because between paper and paper, if that makes sense. I don't know that I would trust it. It seems to be really quite runny compared to the art glitter glue that I use. So I'm giving it another chance. I'm not dissing it. Don't get me wrong. Some people absolutely love it, and that is totally fine. I also realize that art glitter glue is at a higher price point. So, yeah. So what have I done to these? So I cut these out by hand. I just cut a 1 by 1 inch square, and then I put it on the diagonal, and that's what I did. That's how I got my chevron pattern. And what else? So I'm gluing this down by not moving it. You can see that I have done the black onto the floral background, but I haven't glued down the white sheet yet, or taped down. I haven't done that yet because these pieces are 12 by 12 long. Now, yes, my page is not 12 by 12. Why? Because I use Creative Memories pages, and they are not a true 12 by 12 inside, or the ones that, okay, hang on, reword that. The ones that I have, which I bought oodles of them ages ago, and they go in my albums, not a problem. Whether CM have bought out true 12 by 12 album pages, I don't know. I'm just saying from what I have in my cupboard and my albums. See, it's a Christmas page. Okay, so next thing I just trimmed that off. I have gone around everything with distress ink in the colour of black soot. And yes, I do have proper big daubers that I spread my ink with. However, I used the finger one because see these triangles, like the chevron pattern was quite tight, so I didn't want ink everywhere, so that's why I used the small one. So here I go, and I'm going to tape this down. Still loving the Easy Runner Grand and the Easy Runner tape runners, still loving those. Now I've trimmed the edges off and I've put that down. You can see that I do have some pink ink up the top there. See how my daughter's shirt fades into pink, and my other daughter has pink pants on. So I thought, I really like pink and orange. Do you like pink and orange? I've seen, like, I just love it. I don't know what it is. It's like purple and yellow and pink and orange to me. I just really like them together. So I was going to, those thin strips I had, I was going to run those with some pink ink on them to bring a little bit of pink into the page. But I stopped myself and no, that's not the way I wanted to go. Once I got these distressed a little bit, got them joined together, blah, 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 it sort of, yeah, I didn't want the pink. I quite enjoyed the fact that it was orange and I was using orange papers. Although I still couldn't line up my photo. There we go, got it that time. So I've just distressed the edges of all these. Now the black, all the papers in this pack they're not cardstock thick, they're paper thick. So I had to be sort of careful with how I did this. And when it come to the distressing, I had to be a little bit mindful. All of that being said, I know the background has like a wood grain to it, and that's fine. But I felt it needed something else on there other than just the title. So I have purchased these. They are rub-ons. They're 49th and Market. They're called Art Optional and it's called Avesta. I will put it, look, I'll write it all in the description, but I just wanted to show you how gorgeous these are, and they went on so smoothly. Wow, these are really good. I'm actually going to buy more of the different sets because I just love them. They're so nice. Okay, what else can I tell you? So when it comes to this one, I wanted to have a bit of messy, but I didn't want to crack out heaps of inks, or I didn't want to do packaging technique or anything like that. So I pulled out the rub-on. This is me looking like a blind woman for the plastic rubbing stick that it comes with. I decided to give up and I just used my CM tool, my, what's it called, multi-purpose tool. The reason I give up on it in the end is because I've actually got glue all over the end of my multi-purpose tool. I love this tool. It is so good. I use tweezers a lot now, but that tool, man, it is so good for letter placement. It's excellent. Mine is eons and eons old. I ended up using a blending stick. I still couldn't find it. I found it. It was on the other end of my table. I don't even know how it got down there. But I was scrapping all by myself other than a couple of chihuahuas. And I can assure you they were not playing with the rubbing stick because it was on the desk. Okay. So, can you see it just added a little bit of something, something? I felt like it still needed a little bit more around it, sort of thing, because I wasn't really loading up these pages with heaps and heaps of layers under my photos or anything like that. I quite often like to simplify things a bit. I mean, I know making all my own chevron patterns and all that sort of thing and not using my Cricut, which I could have quite easily done. Sometimes I just like to get back to basics. It's pretty good. Do you like getting back to basics? I do. So these photos, the story that they're telling, just because I don't have boys, trust me, my girls, there is nothing a boy can do that my girls can't do. So this is that was really quick. I apologize. That is I use my Spellbinders die cut machine to cut out. I bought this one. It's a Tim Holtz ABC Thinlet die, and it's called drop lettering. And you essentially get 2, 3. You can have 3 different looks with this. So it's fantastic. Now what I'm using there is a Xyron Create a Sticker. It's called. It's a little purple X. This thing is genius. I love it. I managed to come across a lady that was selling, I think there was in total, there was about 9 or 10 refill cartridges, as well as the 2 X's and the large Xyron. I think there's 4 or 5, all brand new cartridges. She just didn't want it anymore. She said, I'm not using it, so I'm moving it on. And I got the whole lot for $30. It was so good. Talk about score. It was amazing. It was so good. So, that being said, I like to make the stickers myself. Stick everything down. It is so simple. You just literally put your cutout piece into this little cross, give it a little pull, and it pulls it through, and it comes out the other end, and you've got sticky on the back of your letters. It's perfect. It's so good. I love it. I did use my glue for the I dot and the G to put the center in the G and the E, just because it's easier. Like, there's such tiny pieces. So it worked really well. Now, what I decided to do here was, what I wanted to do was create, you know, that sort of newspaper. Some letters are written like they're properly the formed letter, and then there's other ones that are sort of cut out. That's what I was going with this. That's where I was headed with it, and I love it. This die is going to get a lot of use, I can tell you right now. Okay, the little thing I'm using there is a magic eraser. It picks up glue, excess glue, like tape runner glue. So that's what I was removing, that tiny little bit of glue. Sometimes when you use that machine, you get a little bit that will be on the edge of the letter. Truly, I don't care. I've got the magic eraser, and that lifts everything. It's so good. So now what I'm doing is creating, now I still haven't stuck down my photos, and there's a reason for that. Because I'm trying to make sure I can fit Skater Girls as my title down the right hand side. So it's coming along nicely. And what else can I tell you? Weather today was quite delightful in Queensland, where I live. It was fantastic. It was perfect. It was nice and crisp and cool in the morning. And then by about 10 o'clock, it had warmed up, and it was about 25, 26 degrees. It was really nice. And it's now back down to, I have no idea actually, because I've already been and picked up my daughter from training, done dinner, all that sort of stuff, been to work, done all that. And let me see. Something I do have to mention, my subscribers, you guys are legends. I will be honest, when I first started and I thought, I'm going to give this a crack, I reckon I've got something to offer other people in the scrapping world, because I scrap differently to other people. I realise everything I do is not going to suit everybody, but I tell you what, I am so happy. I am elated to have each and every subscriber that I have. Every single person that drops by and watches my movies, my little videos, you have no idea how much that is helping me with my mental health. It is amazing. Reaffirming the fact that I know I can do it, but you know, you always get that little devil on your shoulder that second guesses all the time. Well, I have to say, I am so happy. Not to make this cheesy and weird, but I'm so happy. And all the comments and the sharing, the liking, it is making me, I feel validated. I think that's probably the right way of wording it. I really feel validated. It's so good. And I'm truly, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I'm absolutely loving the process of creating these videos and my scrapbook pages, and I enjoy sharing them with you guys. Okay, I went overkill with the tape there, okay. Don't shoot the messenger, but I did. And that's about it. So if you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do. If you like this video, I'd also appreciate a thumbs up. And you can follow me on my social media pages. So my socials, I've got a Facebook page, which is just my personal account, and I'll have the links in the description. And I also have Instagram if you want to follow me over there. I'm getting better at posting to my other socials. I'm kind of working out how to do all of it. But I would really, really appreciate the like, the share, the conversation, or even let me know if you want to challenge me to something. That'd be amazing. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye.